Today I show you a teardown video of the DaVinci Resolve Speed Editor Blackmagic Design. I opened this because this encoder wheel started to have a little bit of play. So I'll show you now a bit of play on this wheel. So I'm hoping that I can actually get the bearings out of the encoder and replace them. I know there are no parts available. Blackmagic Design doesn't sell, from what I understand, replacement parts for this, and I wouldn't want to send it for repair. It would be probably it would cost a few €100, so this wouldn't be worth it. I would still use it like this. This is that's the encoder wheel, but it's shaking a little bit. You can see it. I have a video about this especially, but you can see that it's really moving. So while opening it, hopefully I will be able to find something about it, maybe to replace these bearings on it. Okay, so first thing I want to use, I found there is the hex 1.5. There is also, I have to open this. There is this kind of rubberized surface here. So I have to open that and just remove it from the wheel. This is the surface. That's the surface here, and I'll put it aside. And then this wheel has, this is where you use that hex. This is where you use that hex tool. And that's the wheel here. Very solid metal piece of gear, one screw. And this is the encoder part, and you will see that it has play. This thing here, it has a play, and there is a bearing inside of it there. So yeah, I tried to tighten these screws and it didn't do anything. So I have to open it and hope that I could get this out and replace the bearings on it. So that's the DaVinci Resolve Speed Editor from Blackmagic Design. This is the front of the Speed Editor, nothing here. And then the left side, nothing here. At the back you have the USB-C charging port and nothing here also. On the back of the Speed Editor you have this is a serial number with the barcode and then the information. Label with the information and the serial number, DaVinci Resolve Speed Editor, and then two screws which look like hex. These screws, they look like hex screws. There should be some screws here on this feet somewhere, and this thing now it's a bit in the way. I'm not sure exactly where it would be. More screws. I think here. Yeah, here. Usually you feel the screw, it's like feels a bit empty, a bit hollow. So let's try to get I'll get this heavy duty opener tool and let's see. Get this rubber out. and there is one screw hole right here. Okay. It's there. Okay, that's enough. No need to open it all the way. Hopefully there is no more on this side. Okay, I'll try. I'll get my tools and see which size these screws are. Not this one. Looks like it's not hex, it's Torx, this one. Torx. Okay. So it's this one. Torx T10H. I don't know what numbers, what they mean. It's because it's with the hole. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, I'll use this one. This one is with the hole, but it doesn't need to be with the hole like that. It's a Torx. It's not hex. I thought it's hex, but it's Torx. Is it? Still not sure. I'll open one. We'll see. It's opening. So what is it? It's a Torx. It's a Torx screw, and this one fits. So its size for this bit is T10 hollow, I guess. T10. Torx 10. Okay, so second one. They are the same. And then this one. Also the same. Okay, I like it. Okay, let's see if this thing opens. If not, I have to check the other side. Or did I just break it? I broke the feet. One of the foot. And for sure there is one screw there also. Okay, one more screw. I saw where it went. Oh, seems like it's opening. Okay. So I have to use this. Okay. Lots of dust and this battery. There is the battery. This is from the cloth I was using. I have to disconnect the battery. I have to disconnect this battery before continuing. Okay. So this is the keyboard, and I'll try to clean up this stuff. It's fluff from the t-shirts. This is the back of it. That's the back of the speed editor, and that's rechargeable lithium battery. Part 18650, 2600 milliampere hours, 3.7 volts at 2.6 milliampere hours, 9.6 watt hours. Pretty easy to replace it, and also looks like there is some battery management here, so it's not overcharged or over discharged. Looks like it's a pretty simple fix to replace this if it's needed, but I don't need to. Battery is fine. And now this is the part. It's interesting, it has some dirt on it, like, what's this? Okay, this is the USB charging port here. So you have the USB charging port with some parts there, and the keyboard, everything. There is two things here, and there is like a reset. Interesting. There is a reset switch here, some kind of a reset. So we have, this is the part there, these two parts. I think it's for the keyboard itself, to control the keyboard. Then you have some copyright information, 2020, Blackmagic Design. Okay, but I don't understand why it's dirt. What's this? Because it wasn't. That's interesting. I don't think there was any spillage. So this must have been from the manufacturer, this lead solder. It's wiping away. Okay, so we have here, there is one panel, which is this panel here, which with a separate connection. It's for this, for the lights here, the scroll, jog, shuttle, timeline, and scroll. And then the thing that interests me the most, we have here, we have the actual encoder. So this thing, when it's moving, yeah, this board doesn't move, nothing moves. It's only this shaft here, and it's moving there. Okay, so I'm not gonna remove these parts here. The only part I'm interested here is this motor. The only part I'm interested here is this magnetic encoder. The other ones is just a standard. It's just a standard switch keyboard. It's just, the rest is just a standard mechanical keyboard, and a few extra keys on this side. But let's see this one, how it looks like. I want to see first how I can get it out from here. I have to unscrew those screws there. So first I want to disconnect it. So okay, I'll try to remove the motor from there and then try to pull it out like this. Okay, it's out. Pretty good connection there. Have to remember how it goes. So it goes like that. You cannot put it the other way around. Yeah, it has a key there, so you can't put it back the wrong way. And also I have to remember how this goes. It's close to this edge here. Okay. Okay, what's inside here? Let's see. Very tiny screws, short Phillips or posi drive, I'm not sure. Can never tell those. Okay, one more. And now it's coming out. Just like that. So this is the slot where it goes in. And now this is my interest. Now how do I get this? Because this is the reason why it has the play. I'm trying to understand why it's doing that. Maybe the actual part itself here. Or maybe it's these tiny screws. Because I don't think it's in the... Oh yeah. So it doesn't seem to be in the body of it. No, it is a little bit also. It might be just these tiny screws here. So let's try to get a... It's interesting, it has such big screws for the other things. But I think it's not this one. I could tighten it just a little bit, but not much. This one also just a little bit. But maybe that was the difference. You know, it's okay now. Interesting. So this whole huge screws and large wheel and everything was counting on these small screws. There is a bit of play here also in this one. I'm not sure now. I think, yeah, there is the play there. You feel it. Yeah, I feel it. Okay, so this is a part that has a magnet on it. There are magnets on it, and magnets spin, and there is a sensor on the back there that tells the main board what it's about. So I'll try to remove these screws. Yeah. I have to know which way it goes. So there is a... I think I can't put it wrong even if I want to put it wrong. There is this like that. Okay, let's try. Maybe I'll do one small scratch on the corner here. small scratch on this corner, and I will make also on the corner here, kind of. I will see it in the video if I need to. It's above this part there, so let's try. This seems like it's glued in place there. Okay. I'm trying to understand if there is any way I could put this wrong by mistake. Doesn't look like I would be able to do it. If I put it like this, it won't fit. Only upside down maybe. But even upside down it would not fit, so it's good. There is only one way to put it back. Yeah, try not to lose these tiny screws. Try not to lose those tiny screws, and this is the board of the sensor. This is the board of the wheel, Blackmagic Design, copyright 2017. And this is the sensor for it. It's pretty simple. This will feel the magnets on this. So here there are magnets on this. Here you have the magnets on it, and it feels when you spin it. I don't know, it's very little place. Maybe I should get used to it. I don't think there is a way to open this thing. Maybe from the top here, but I'm not sure. I could try to open this and see if I could get into the... Hope I don't ruin this thing now. Okay. Screwdriver, and I'll try to get this safety thing out. Okay, it's coming out. Okay, it's on a spring. There is the spring there. And really, I would be so lucky if I could simply replace these things. There are also these screws. I think I can remove these screws and take this whole thing apart. That would be perfect. So I can't pull it out easily. I have to try to remove this. Okay, so this is the sensor itself. This is the magnetic piece. It's not very heavy. I removed this spring, one spring and one safety thing. I have to really keep these things in one place. It would be very bad if I lose any of these things. So far, these are the pieces removed. And I want to see if I can get into this thing and replace something there. Bearings on it or something. Let's see. Okay, so this needs a bit of force. A bit more. Seems like it's coming out. The thing with the bearing, once you know the size, you can find it easily, but you have to be able to get it out and to measure it. Let's see if we can do that now. It's not doing too much play. I was thinking at some point now maybe it's not a good idea to open it so much, but we went so far. Okay, bearing. We have a bearing. Okay. I don't know if this can be removed, but I see information about it. I see some information there. So it looks like it could be removed from this side out. I'm not sure if that's gonna destroy this thing, but it seems like it might be possible. This is part information. So that's the bearing. There is some kind of information there. 58 or SRS, 68 SRS or GRS. I will search for this. Maybe I can find a replacement part for it, and I'll try to pull this thing out a little bit. Oh, okay. So the bearings are out. I didn't see any video with something like this. This is where you have it now. I don't think the bearings are bad on this thing. I don't know why it's doing that shaking. They're coming out so easily. Wow. Okay. There is some kind of a part here. They have a bit of oil on them. 68 G8 GRS, so I don't understand this. I will try to find information about it. The same at the back. It's the same information there. So there is one thing here with this, and they're a bit oily, so I have to measure them. I want to find the measuring thing, measure them. They are very smooth. I don't know why it's okay. Maybe this shaft here, maybe I could put some material between the bearings and the shaft to make it more stable. I don't know, but yeah, this is a bit oily. It should be oily. They should be oiled, these bearings. I don't see any metal residue on them. And this is the magnet, and that's how it looks like here. It's magnetic. This is the secret. Okay, so it's not too bad. It's really not too bad at all. So I have to clean up this thing, measure the bearings, and see. They might be simple, just standard bearings, and I have to make sure they are clean. I might try to oil them a little bit. I have some machine oil, mineral oil. I will use that mineral oil to clean them up a little bit, and maybe that's enough to fix them, but I will also measure them now. I couldn't find the calipers, so I have to somehow measure this with a ruler, I guess. So let's see. We start here at 10. This is a bit worn out, so let's call it from 0 here. I think we could do a pretty good measurement, just like that. So it's up until there is 2 left here, so it's 1.5 for 3. 1.3. It's 1.3 centimeters the size. The width is 5 millimeter, so it's from here until here. It's really hard to measure it like this. Kind of like this. I think it's 1.3, yeah. So you see it stops 2 before the middle. So it's 1.123. 1.3, and the middle, the center is looks like it's 5 millimeter, half a centimeter. So half centimeter by 1.3, and the width of it is again 5 millimeter, half centimeter. So 5 millimeter thickness, 5 millimeter diameter inside, and 13 millimeter diameter outside. These are the bearings. Just want to check the diameter outside a little bit again. Yeah, 1.3. I will buy a few sets. Maybe this is what it means. I don't know. I didn't see this before. I don't know exactly what it means. There is some dirt. There was a bit of dust in this inside of it, mostly from this cloth. I use this cloth as a dust cloth. I have some baby oil, which is mineral oil, and I'll put a little bit of it inside there. First I want to make sure to clean it, wipe it from any dirt, both of them. There is no other marking. Maybe this is 58. I don't know. Looks like fishing gear bearings. That's how they look like to me. So maybe they are fishing gear bearings. Okay. This magnetic shaft. There is a bit of wear here. I'm hoping it's just the bearings. But if it's something else, I could put a thin sheet of copper around it before installing the bearings, and should make it better. Yeah, I think I feel it moving a little bit. I'm not sure. Here there seems to be a bit of play in it. Here it's because it's magnetic, it's catching it. Interesting. So this is the action when you press. There is the spring that pushes it up, and when you press, the spring and this thing together, they work to come like that. Okay. Cleaning time. Yeah, on this material there seems to be some kind of damage, but okay, we'll see. I'll put a bit of this baby oil solution. I'll just put it here on the table. Maybe I'll put them on the cloth. So on the cloth, give them a bit of mineral oil, not too much. Shouldn't be too much mineral oil, just enough to lubricate it. And on this part also, and I'll wipe the excess. Maybe because I will put them in a different order now, maybe this will make it so that shake stops. Hopefully. We'll see about that. But this could be very easy to fix actually. These bearings, I'm sure I will be able to find them. I measured the size and I will look for these sizes. Yeah, this one seems like it's loose. Maybe here, no, it's okay. Don't know, they feel okay. So when you press, it's like this, and then it goes back. Interesting. Okay. There should be this part, but there should be another one. Hope I didn't lose it. Okay. Where is it? Oh, this one. There is also this part that goes above the bearings right there. So I shouldn't forget to put this one. I don't think there is any way, like a specific way to put it. Seems to be the same. Okay, this protects the bearing there. Okay. Now, putting this back might be a little bit difficult, so we'll see how this goes. And this is the housing of this whole thing. It feels like it's plastic. This is just some custom-made plastic, and okay, it is plastic, but the bearings are taking the wear on this, so that's why you have the bearings. And it's really should be pretty precise, the whole thing. I tried to wipe any excess, wiping any excess oil so it doesn't go onto the sensor. And this should just slide back in like that. Okay. It's spinning the same way. I like how it's made with this plastic thing. It's easy to replace the bearings. Okay, so we have the spring. I have to clean the spring a little bit. maybe that all that dust inside of it, maybe it made the bearings wear too fast, so I should have used the microfiber cloth. I should have used microfiber cloth to cover it for the dust, not cotton t-shirts. Okay. And now this whole thing should go all the way down there and lock in. So this might be a little bit harder to do. Okay. The spring is compressed. Yeah, I think I almost got it. Maybe it's always already in. It doesn't feel like it's in. Yeah, I think now it's okay. That part has to go inside there. I still feel a bit of play on it. Okay, so this is back inside. I'll see if it works now. Wipe my hands. Wipe the whole thing. Yeah, this doesn't look very good. It doesn't look right. Okay, now it's fine. Now it's all the way in. And it's okay. I think it's less, I'm not sure. Anyway. So I have here, that's the board, and hopefully I can put it back together now. And I have that scratch on the side, if I still have it. Where is it? Here. So this scratch was on the outside, so it should be something like this. Kind of. Like that. It could be only two ways, either like that or like this. And like this, it cannot be. Or it can. I don't think it actually matters which side it is. It's gonna be the same, but it's this way. Okay, so I have to put the screws back in. I have the small screws, these ones. Okay, so these are the screw holes, 3 holes, and I align them with the board. Should be okay. Yeah, looks okay. They're so small. Okay, everything looks good. That's how it works. This thing spins and the sensor is just under it. If it works, it's working. But it's doing this gaming now. This play in the wheel. I have to be careful not to over tighten them though. I think they're fine. I feel the play. I don't know, it didn't have this play before. It's very slight, but it didn't have it before. So now these ones, I have to put this on top of them. So first, put these screws. They have this special shape there. I'll try to remove any dust particles, any oil. Also make sure this cover is pointing the right way. Should have this countersink shape outside. Okay, so now I see this one. And I use the bigger screws, which are Torx. The Torx ones. Make sure it's really straight. This is plastic here, so I don't think it would be easy to repair this too many times. The second screw. Okay. Making sure it's really well aligned with the rest of this thing. And the last screw. These are the screws that have this shape. It's a cutout. The regular screws for the outside are like that. Okay, so now I will do them slowly. I'll make sure they are straight as much as possible. This one looks like not so much, so I'll remove it, try to straighten it. And now let's see now. I think now they're all okay. And I tighten them together. This one feels a bit strange. Yeah, I have to make it tight, but not too tight. You see it moving there. It's the bearings, at least one of the bearings. You can press it. When it's pressed, it's not moving. Okay, so now I put it back in the case. I put this whole thing in the case, and then so it's gonna be upside down like this. I will not connect the board yet. I want to make sure that I can align it properly. Okay, one. One is in. I don't tighten them all the way. I keep some tightening room for later. Okay, I do it backwards. I go back a bit if it's not too, if it feels wrong. If the screw is not straight, go back a bit. Okay, now it's good. Okay, tighten, tighten, tighten. Not too much. Okay. Yeah, it's obvious, you can see it. Maybe I made it even worse. Is it possible? When I move that, the board here doesn't move. Okay. I hope I can find those, connect those bearings easily. They should be easy to find. I'll try to use this tool to push this thing in all the way. Looks good. Okay, so now I have, how many screws I have left? I have 2, 4, 6. Exactly. That's for the size. The problem is not really fixed now, but I know the size of the bearings and I will try to find them. And I can try to tighten this one a little bit. just a bit. If I won't be able to find replacement bearings, I could try to use some kind of material, but the bearing problem is inside the bearing, so that's not gonna be very well. But I could find something that's close to the size and then use a piece of copper sheet to bring it to the size that it needs. So yeah. Okay, the case goes back in the case. Yeah, make sure if you do this, you can also add the switch on the red wire of the battery. You can add a switch, bring it outside here, but I don't really care about that. I don't need to have a switch on this. I can recharge it, but make sure to remember to put the battery back in the right way. Okay, it clicked, so that's with the battery. USB port should go in this hole. And just trying to get all the edges click in place. So actually this one should go something like this first. Yeah. First like that, and then the rest. So the USB port is okay there, and then close it. And it should all click in place. It should click in place by itself like that. Still didn't attach the wheel here. That's the wheel. So this flat part goes to where the screw is, like that. Yeah, I probably made it worse moving them around. It still works, but it's moving. Or it's the same really. Okay, so I'll have to try to replace those bearings. Put this cover back like that. Actually, the cover should match those ridges, so I have to be careful with the ridges. Okay, so I found the edge there, and it should go nicely now. I think now it started to make noise. I'll see if it still works. Okay. Time to put the screws back in the same order, in the same places. So we have one screw here. I put it upside down. Okay. One. The second screw. When you press the feet down, it should be like this. It doesn't actually look like it was ever open this side, but on this side I broke this piece, so that doesn't look very good, but it's okay. So last screw to tighten, and it's all. This was a teardown. I think it was making the same noise before. This was a teardown. I only cared about the wheel, and I never saw a video going so far in detail with this magnetic encoder, and that's what you saw now. I will try to find replacement bearings and make a future video about it, how I replace the bearings, and hopefully I fix this thing. If not, I will put some very thin material between the bearings and the outside of the case until it's fixed. So yeah, I'll try to see if it works. Okay, I'm starting DaVinci Resolve now. Starting DaVinci Resolve now. Let's see. Let's see if it works.
I'll change for the one we're looking for now is a shift one or
So it's working.
the one we're looking for.
These lights are working.
Slow motion. The one.
What's important is that these lights also work.
Change, but the one we're looking for now is the show mobile light. The wash the show mobile seems that it's the wash mobile see that that's mixed wash show mobile see that here is the phone link.
Maybe it's not really a problem, maybe I could just get used to it.
Now here the phone.
But I want to replace the bearing, see if that's the problem. I'll make a future video, future update about it. This video will be edited with the speed editor, with this one. So you can see it's working. Maybe I could tighten this jog wheel a bit more. Maybe it's this screw here that needs to be tightened more. Okay. Now I have to find where I put them back. I put them back in the same places where they were, and I can't find them now. I'm trying to find the bits. I think it's this one. Because I think it's too much. No, that's how it is.
And I should do this manual. And
Okay. That's the hole there. Also, this rubber has to adjust to the position. Yeah, maybe I'll just get used to it. Maybe I'll just get used to it. I don't know. But I will try to find the bearings. You see in the video the size. I didn't have the. I have calipers, but I couldn't find them. I don't know where they are. I used the ruler. I believe it's close enough. And they are easy to replace though, so that's really important. If we can find the size, if you can find the size of that bearing, which it seems like it's pretty standard, then it's gonna be a really piece of cake to fix this. That's it. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you fix your DaVinci Resolve Speed Editor. Thanks for watching.